So I swapped the blades of my Kraken 2.5 with my Bowie 2.5 speed channel. So now the Tanto is on the speed channel handles. Well, I just, it's on the speed channel handles. And these are on the stock handles. And I gotta say that I'm actually pretty shocked by the results. You see, I found that the Bowie speed channel was not really what I was looking for. So I was hoping that I would figure out if swapping the handles would change my preferences in a way. And the answer is yes, but not in the way I expected, because I thought I would prefer the Kraken with a more neutral balance. And I actually am surprised that while this is more neutral, the Tanto on the speed channel I find actually very nice. I am not sure I would actually care to keep this, in the sense that, like, I was planning on getting the speed channeling done on the Tanto to get it more neutral, and now that I'm flipping a neutral, or it's like fine. It also, it rings more, but the Bowie is actually, I find, surprisingly more fun in that, like, I thought that it would be more neutral with the Kraken on the stock handles, and maybe it is. It is still a little handle bias, but I find that these both feel more neutral, at least. And I think the Bowie should have less tip weight from the Tanto. I need to re-swap it back. I'm probably gonna splice this video with, like, my before and after. But right now, I'm like, if this Bowie, this is too hot. If this Bowie was inked, I would keep this configuration in a heartbeat. I have too many goddamn Tantos. Now, as for the Tanto speed channel, this is nice too. I also really like these colors, but I find that it's just, it doesn't really stand out to me in the sense of, like, I don't know. I remember Telestro saying that his favorite configuration was the Bowie on the speed channel, and it just doesn't really do it for me. And I like the Tanto on the speed channel more, but it feels better balanced in my opinion. But I think I actually just prefer the stock Kraken as it is. And I know that all these people have, like, Kraken rehandles, but, like, I think people just hate on aluminum. I don't know. I think this feels really good. And one other thing I noticed is that the my handle gap for the Bowie compared to this Tanto, and it might be the blade, it might be the handles. I don't know, to be honest. Is it the Zen pins? Is it the nipple? But the handle gap on this is definitely smaller than on this. And I don't know what the situation. These handles are more beat, and this blade might be a little bit more beat, or the blade itself might have seen more flipping. I'm not sure, to be honest. I definitely am gonna try it back and see how I feel. But for the most part, right now I really like the Bowie on the stock handles. I'm gonna do a comparison after I change it back. On what my configuration preferences from favorite to least favorite is between Bowie, Tanto, stock, and speed channel. Right now, with my memory, I prefer the stock handle on the Bowie, maybe the stock handle on the Tanto, and I think right now Bowie on the speed channel is my least favorite, because at least with the Tanto it feels pretty decent. I was trying to trade this back for the ultralight that I traded away. I really miss my ultralight, and specifically that ultralight was one that I chose out of the color configuration. It came straight from NRB. I got the what's the word? I got the Jimpy inserts. So I really want that back. So I'm hoping I can trade the speed channel Bowie. But now I don't know, if the Bowie was inked, I'd be all over it. I don't know why. I just really like the way the inked Tanto looks. And I think an ink Bowie would look real nice. Now, speaking of speed channel Tanto, I just find myself preferring the Origin. The Kanto Origin is a Balisong I just really enjoy, and I think it's really slept on, and it doesn't like ring, but has this really satisfying clack to it. It's quite noisy, I will say. It's great for me, not great for everyone else I live with. Shoot. While the handles are squarer than the Krakens, and the Krakens are a little bit more comfortable because of the way the face texturing is, it's just softer. I think I just prefer the Kanto Origin over the Bowie, or over the Speed Channel Tanto. Like this just, I don't know, it feels more satisfying. Now this texture is really good, and it feels really grippy. It is a little uncomfortable for my sensitive skin. Kind of like how the Reaper is. Actually, the Reaper might be a little more comfortable. They actually made a Reaper V2 with like what looks like sort of a squiggly texture instead of, this is just diagonally kind of textured on this titanium. And these diamond grooves are a little bit uncomfortable just because it's like a little rough, and I think sanding it is just gonna make it look like shit. So I'm not gonna bother. I'll just get tougher skin or something. But in general, I think the weight balance of the Speed Channel and the Speed Channel and the Kanto Origin, it's actually what's the size difference? Oh, this Speed Channel is much smaller actually, just to compare. So I don't know. It feels good. A Kraken is a Kraken. You can't fuck up a Kraken so badly that it doesn't feel good. I mean, you can, but this is not that. This is a pretty straightforward modding job. I don't know. I don't know who did it. I bought it used from someone else. This is a straightforward modding job, and the Speed Channel is good. It's comfortable. You know, chamfered. Yeah, chamfered comfortably. I just think I prefer the stock Kraken over the Speed Channel. It just carries that momentum a little bit better, even though the fanning is like slightly nicer. Yeah, it fans a little better with the Speed Channels on the Tanto. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to you all on. I'll splice it together after. Yeah, I still can't do pump fans. Yeah, this pump fan's all right. For the Speed Channel on the Tanto. Oh my god, I'm fucking ass at these. Oh. So yeah, see you in the next part now. Here's part 2 of the Kraken video. Once again, it's way too hot. I have to have the fan on. It's like almost 90 degrees. And I'm gonna be honest, now that I've flipped the blades back, I don't know. I think the blades don't matter as much besides aesthetic. Like, you can make a case for tip weight or whatever, but honestly, now that I flipped it back, I'm like, okay, actually the Bowie on the Speed Channels is fine. If I had an inked Bowie, I think I would rock the ink Bowie, just because I have too many fucking Tantos. But I'm just I don't know. I think they're all good. A Kraken is a Kraken. You Speed Channel it, it becomes a little lighter, becomes a little bit more neutral. It rings, but I don't really have much. I was gonna rank it, and I think honestly, if I were to do that, I would need to have all 4 configurations and a Weehawk, so 6 configurations. I did notice that the handle gap is based off of the blade's Zen nipple, because the thigh gap is skinny on the blade, not the handles. So I wasn't sure if it was the pins or if the nipple is getting corked. Anyways, though, frankly, I think I'm just gonna keep my knives in this configuration. I'm still gonna try and trade this for the ultralight. I'm waiting to hear back if that guy can confirm, because I missed my ultralight. Ooh, I'm getting away. Anyways, so preference. The Kraken is most common in Tanto, and Speed Channels are something that you have to get done yourself by someone, or you have to get a Spiral Kraken. And I have now since tried a Spiral Kraken, and I don't know, it's like it was at the meetup which I hosted, and that went really well actually. But the Spiral Kraken, I don't know, it's something kind of like this, I guess. Kind of like it feels sort of like the Tanto speed channel. I don't think it's quite as ringy, but I'll have to double check if I ever get one in a closed environment. But if you like this video comparing the Krakens, like, comment, subscribe. Comment your thoughts on what your preferred Kraken breakdown is. Do you like speed channels? Like, do you prefer speed channels on yours? Honestly, I think it's different enough that I would keep these if I wasn't actively trying to trade it. Yeah, let me know. Also, if you have thoughts about the Tanto versus the Bowie or the Weehawk. I've never tried a Weehawk Kraken, so let me know your thoughts. I'm just very curious. So with that, happy flipping and take care.